This is a question on token ring. So watch this. A token ring LAN network interconnects M stations using a star topology in the following way, which means they are saying that there is a token ring LAN which is used to interconnect M stations. They are not giving any how many stations there are. They are just saying that there are M stations, some capital M, using a star topology. So how could star topology be used in token ring is, I'll explain you. Just see their explanation in the following way. They are also explaining how they are connecting. All the input and output lines of the token ring station interfaces are connected to a cabinet, which means every station is going to have an input and an output link, isn't it? The reason is token ring is a half duplex operation. So packets will come into a station on one interface and leave the station on the other interface. So if you have a station like this, it is a half duplex, which means data can travel in only one direction. Therefore packets come into a station in one direction and leave the station in the other direction, isn't it? So that is, one is input and now there is output line. All the input and output lines of the token ring station interfaces are connected to a central cabinet. So there is a central cabinet in which they are connecting, where the actual ring is placed. So actual ring is in the central cabinet, and from that the wires are coming in and coming into the stations and leaving the stations. Suppose that distance from each station to the cabinet, from the station to the central cabinet, they are saying that the distance is 100 meters and the ring latency per station is 8 bits, which means they are saying that the distance between the station and the cabinet is 100 and the bit latency means ring latency per station is 8 bits, means it is nothing but bit delay introduced. It is not actually the ring latency. Even though they are saying that ring latency per station, what they actually mean is the bit delay introduced by every station. Actual ring latency is propagation delay plus number of stations into bit delay. Packets are 1250 bytes. Size of each packet is 1250 bytes and the bandwidth is 25 Mbps. So bandwidth is this much. Then find the ring latency normalized to the packet transmission time. So they are asking you to find the ring latency normalized to packet transmission time, means find out the transmission delay for the packet, find out the ring latency, then ring latency normalized to the packet transmission time is nothing but ring latency divided by TT for the packet. Okay. Also find the maximum number of packets transmitted by the stations. So how many packets will be transmitted by the stations if stations are allowed to transmit unlimited number of packets per token? So what they mean to say is, if every station can send unlimited number of packets, then what is the maximum number of packets a station can transmit? Actually the answer for the last question is find the maximum number of packets transmitted by stations if stations are allowed to transmit unlimited number of packets per token. For this question the answer is infinity. The reason is, if you don't have any restriction that you should hold the token only for some amount of time, and if you could send any number of packets per token, so there is something called as token holding time. So depending on token holding time and the strategy, the number of packets that could be transmitted will vary. I already discussed about this in one question in the token ring topic. So the number of packets that could be transmitted by a station in one go depends on token holding time and strategy. But here token holding time is not given and strategy is not given. Therefore the answer for this second question is infinity, because they didn't give us anything about token holding time. So I am assuming that there is no limitation on token holding time. In that case the number of packets that a station can send is infinity. So let's compute the other question. They are saying that find the ring latency normalized to the packet transmission time. Let's find it out first. So according to the question, they are saying that every station is connected to a central cabinet by an incoming link and an outgoing link. So this is how the architecture is. There is a central cabinet and to which every station is connected using two wires. One wire is incoming, another wire is outgoing. Okay. So and they are saying that the distance between the station and the central cabinet is 100 meters. If this is the case, see what is the separation between two stations. There is 100 meters here and 100 meters here. Therefore the total distance between any two stations is 200 meters. So you could think of this problem as the previous problem where I discussed every station, every two stations are separated by 200 meters. When every two stations are separated by 200 meters and when there are capital M number of stations, then what is the total distance? M into 200, isn't it? So see this, ring latency equal to one is the total distance, distance between every two stations is 200, and how many stations are there? M. Therefore the total distance of the ring is 200 into m meters. This is the distance of the ring, right? And the velocity they are giving it as 2 into 10 power 8, that is given in the question, 2 into 10 power 8 meters per second. Therefore I am writing d by v. Ring latency is nothing but d by v plus m, number of stations, into bit delay at every station. They said that bit delay at every station is 8 bits, isn't it? Bit delay at every station is 8 bits. Therefore number of stations is m multiplied with bit delay, which is 8, divided with bandwidth. Bandwidth is 25 Mbps, which is nothing but 25 into 10 power 6. But then they didn't say what m is. Therefore answer will be in terms of number of stations m. Since m is a variable, we cannot we cannot substitute anything there. So in the answer, final answer, m will still remain. So ring latency equal to 1.32 m microseconds. What is m? Number of stations. They didn't give you anything about it, so let it be there. Then the next one is tt. So transmission time is nothing but L by B. So what is L? Length of the packet. Length of the packet is given as 1250 bytes. 1250 bytes. Therefore 1250 into 8 bits divided by bandwidth. What is bandwidth? 25 Mbps, which means 25 into 10 power 6. So if you compute it, we get 400 microseconds. Then what is that they are asking? Find the ring latency normalized to the packet transmission time. See this. Find the ring latency normalized to the packet transmission time, which means they want to take the ring latency and then divide it with transmission time. So ring latency is 1.32 m microseconds and transmission time is 400 microseconds. So we can divide them, and I got it to be 0.0033 m. It is a ratio, no units will be there. That is what is the ring latency normalized to transmission time. And to answer the second question, find the maximum number of packets transmitted by the stations. That depends on token holding time and this strategy. And since token holding time is not given and they are saying that we can allow any number of stations per token, any station which gets the token can keep on transmitting the data without stopping, which means the number of frames that will be transmitted here will be infinity. In case if you want to find out the exact number, they should have given us the token holding time and the strategy. We have seen some questions in which I discussed how to find out the number of packets transmitted given the token holding time and strategy. Please refer to that examples in the topic of token ring. Okay, so this is how you should solve this question.